Greetings to you.
You silly doggy.
Greetings.
God bless you. You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
I'm guessing business isn't great.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Martzek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
All right then. It'll be a surprise. Who's Matzek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground and Grun, so to speak.
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matzek's a bit odd. Superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Do you often visit bathhouses?
Yeah. I go to bathe and get my dirty clothes washed.
And you pay no heed to the girls. Ha! That's what they all say.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Well, yeah, there's still work to be done, but good things come to those who wait.
How did you come to have a bathhouse? It can't be that easy.
I inherited it from Marish, the previous owner. I was his head wench for 7 years. I've lived in this house since I was little, in fact.
You grew up here?
Marish took me in when I was a little orphan of around 10. I washed laundry, carried water, ran errands. It wasn't a bad life at all. Marish was like a father to me.
What does the head wench do?
Just about everything. Takes care of the business, pays the girls, arranges food, anything that needs doing, basically.
And he left it to you? Just like that?
Aye. Marish didn't have a proper family, and I'd been here since I was a nipper and knew the ropes. I'm the only one who stayed with him. Even when the money ran out, and the bathhouse fell into disrepair. So of course he left it to me. He was a good man. God rest his soul.
What do you plan to do with the bathhouse now?
I'll do the place up and reopen it.
That won't be easy, I reckon. The first part especially.
I've coped with worse things in life.
How come it's so run down?
It wasn't always like this. Old Marish used to say, "Betty, This place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went downhill. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back on its feet.
Are there any other bathhouses in the city?
Aye, there's one, but I wouldn't set foot in it.
How come?
Because it belongs to Adam, the bathkeeper, who always used to treat us like dirt. Just because his bathhouse is in the center, he thinks he's God's gift. And what's more, it was him who badmouthed us. So people stopped coming.
He was just getting rid of the competition, eh?
Yeah, but I'll show him what a proper bathhouse looks like. Take care, sir. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
I'm telling you, nobody gives a shit about your drivel.
You're gonna yell at each other, do
You
it
think I'm
somewhere else.
scared of you, fucker? Enough, damn it! Fuck you, whoreson! Ha! Oh! Ah! Oh! That madman!
Just like you.
Why'd you do it? Hack your arse off! Hey! Stop fighting! Ah!
There. They look better already.
Why did you do that? Wanker! You should have fucking stayed out of it! I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else. You'll be fucking
Shame on
Just a moment.
you. Hey,
filthy
stop
vermin.
fighting.
This is unbelievable. That much, true. God grant you help.
What good are fortifications? Why did you do that? These days, no one's ever...
How can I help you today, friend?
I'd like something to eat and to spend the night.
It would be an honor, good sir. And for how long?
I'd like to stay longer.
All right, but money up front.
Let's talk about the price. What would you say to...
That's all. I knew it. Your gut.
Where can I find my room?
The guest rooms are upstairs. Your...
Peace and quiet are things of the
What's new in the city?
Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johann Parler. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster. Whether I know him or not, the main thing is I don't know you. Got it?
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here for the first time once, didn't they?
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't stood here since the creation of the world. Although some of the guests look like they have. If you need something, ask Chenyek. I just pour ale. And he might even tell you something about that bastard. I never liked him much anyway.
You're talking as if he's not here anymore.
Kurva. Just go and see Chenyek. I don't know nothing.
Greetings to you too.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you, and you don't look like you fit in here.
Pour me one.
I simply have to find him. And I couldn't care less whether I do it the easy way or the hard way. So don't fuck with me, or I'll have you. Along with the whole of this lousy pigsty.
You know what? If you think you're tough, go and see Goliath in the barn in the yard. He's always on the lookout for bruisers like you. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Who are you? And your people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all that horse shit about whether I'd fit in with you or not?
Look at it like this. This is a place for a certain sort of people what have their own rules. Although folk usually think we don't play by no rules.
I reckon I see now.
Grand.
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit?
I don't have any problem with violence.
Most times a fella tells me that, it ends badly for him. Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Why bother with fighting? I reckon it's a waste of time. It's plain as day I'm in better shape than most of the decrepit louts here.
You don't lack balls, I see. That's a good thing, actually, seeing as we're looking for someone like you. Let's leave Goliath out of it. It'll only lead to bad blood. Wouldn't be the first time. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Good harvest.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. You don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up. So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
When our Lord Jesus Christ commanded us to repent, he wanted to believe his whole life to be one of repentance.
Well done, brother! Second question. Which estate has the greatest reformatory potential?
The commoners.
Correct! The Reformation must start from the bottom and ignite like a flame in the hearts of all, so that in the end the Holy Church itself will be set ablaze with purifying fire.
After our talk about goatskin, I didn't think you'd know about these things.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
Are you not mixed up with the millers in any way, or what?
The millers are just village vagrants. They care little for the future of the kingdom. They care only about the future of their shady deals. We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice for me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly horse spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honor the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience by ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Yeah, don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are and we do what we do. Like the early church of Jesus' apostles, in unity and fidelity to his words. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly complains. But he also knows his way around locks. But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it for the wealth. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the guild.
To the Guild! That reminds me. I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders, and for that red-bearded gob of his. Sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
That cabbage you said you were eating all the time?
Brilliant! Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck.
One last beer, he says.
Here we are. Good.
God bless.
Oh, the beer on the table.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from, and what brought you here?
Don't you have anything better to do than listen to that kind of rubbish? All right. I'm from Kuttenberg, son of a tailor. I studied at the university in Prague. I met a lot of interesting people there. And let me tell you this. The wisest people in this kingdom know a big change is coming.
You mean that reformation you like to talk about?
A great wind will come and sweep away that which has no firm roots. Then the rain comes and moistens the soil so that new grain can grow on it.
Could you stop with the metaphors?
You're not stupid. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. There's not much more I could tell you about myself. Except maybe when this is all over and we've established this brave new world, I will return to my studies.
I'm interested in the guild.
Plato or Aristotle?
The guild?
Right. Are you interested in our ideals or the group in general? Generally speaking, we are just ordinary peasants. Paupers, beggars, common rabble. At least that's what they like to call us. The lowest of the townsfolk. But if we're the dregs of the city, we still hold our bare arses high and have a passion for a good cause in our hearts. Farewell, my friend.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow.
Oh, you fool.
Ow!
Oh! Are you trying to run
Slow down, idiot.
Hey! You nearly run into me.
Hey!
Go! Quick! Quick! Go! Ka! Quick! Ka!
Ka! Go! Ka! Ka! I'll kill you! I'm gonna bash your face in! Time to fight us!
Is something wrong?
Where did that come from? Oh, for hell! Stop! Come on, then! Get your eyes out! Let him have it! Ja! Go! Ja! 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 Ja!
Greetings. What would you like?
I brought you a reply from the abbot, brother.
Excellent. What did he say?
He told me I should first go and find the bones and bring them to you.
That makes sense. What else?
You're supposed to destroy the bones after I bring them to you.
Destroy them? Very well. I'll do what the abbot asks.
The abbot doesn't want the rumors to spread any further. That's why I'm supposed to find the bones as soon as possible.
Well, get to work then.
Do you know Gerhard? The abbot was just talking to him when I brought him your message.
I know Father Gerhard. Why?
I got the impression he'd like to have the bones displayed for all to see, for his own benefit. He also spoke about Sigismund and his court.
What's that schemer up to now? But if Gerhard really wants them, he'll do anything to get them. We have to hurry.
I think that's everything.
Very well. The woodcutter who found the bones is called Vashek. The find didn't do him much good. People are either making fun of him, or they keep pestering him. He wanted to make a name for himself, but this isn't what he expected. So he's rather bitter now. You'll have to go to him and convince him to help us.
Well, I'll get going then. Any idea where I should start looking?
Try asking at the tavern. That's usually a good place. God be with you, worthy sir. Please forgive the intrusion, but I'm here on a rather pressing matter.
This isn't the time for that, lad.
You seem to have misunderstood me, sir. I have urgent business to attend to, and I need a little favor from you. I heard there's been some sort of discovery here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
That sounds like nothing but a rumor to me, sir.
And who might you be?
Nobody important.
I see. In that case, you should probably leave, lad.
I think I'd rather stay.
Suit yourself, then. But stay out of our conversation. Let's get to the point, priest. Where were we?
I don't know what I can...
Stop your stuttering. Where in these parts did you find those dragon bones?
Sorry, I don't know quite what you want me to tell you. The dragon is an instrument of the devil. He is using it to delude people and spread terror and suffering over this whole domain.
For Christ's sake, get a grip. Stop rambling and tell me what you know.
But I'm sure we can come to some peaceful arrangement. Who are you, sir?
Look, I'm not here to exchange pleasantries with you people. My name is Leopold, and that will have to do.
That will do fine, of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, down to business. Where are these bones?
I don't know. I don't have them. All I know is that they were found by a woodcutter from here in Bilani. The woodcutters have a camp east of here. They're clearing the Rabstein forest. That's all I know.
And what about you? What do you know?
I don't know Rabstein either.
Well...
You seem to have done some digging. Who are you?
I've already told you my name is Leopold. You may regard me as... let's say a well-educated alchemist.
You're an alchemist?
That's right. Although there are some scholars who might disagree, but none can deny my learning. I could put most of them to shame. That's all I will tell you. Who knows where I can find the bones?
It was a woodcutter who found them, Vashek. He wanted to show them off, so he took one and brought it to the tavern. But everyone there just laughed at him, saying he drank too much and was imagining things. Now everyone's saying Vashek is falling to pieces. He used to be a decent fellow, but now he's grown bitter.
Bitter, you say? Ah, all it took was one stern look from me, and he was meek as a lamb. He just jabbered a bit. Does anyone know anything more?
I don't think so. Yes, people have been talking about the bones, but no one else claimed to have found them.
Do you think this Vashek made it up?
It's hard to say. He certainly found something, but if it was the remains of a dragon, I couldn't say.
What do you want those bones for, anyway?
Have you ever heard of dragons? I've read a lot about them. They're said to have magic properties.
But magic doesn't exist.
I've also discovered claims that dragon bones may be used in the preparation of powerful potions.
Wouldn't any old bones do?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But the procedures I experimented with, according to the books, didn't succeed. So why not give the dragon bones a try? And, even if it proves to be of no avail, that doesn't mean I won't find other uses for them. So, that's all I needed. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Farewell.
Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
And if only lying was the worst of it. But you know full well they steal and kill and rape poor, defenseless women. Fair maidens, protect your innocence. Run to the nunnery and give yourselves to God. And if it's too late for you, go home.
Are you Vashek, the woodcutter who found those weird bones?
Jesus, why the fuck do you people keep bothering me about it? Are you never going to forget about those fucking bones?
What happened to you? Are you alright? Did you get beaten up on account of those bones?
What do you think? Maybe I ran into a door 20 times in a row. There was some fellas here. The bighead asked questions, and the other two gave me a battering. And what's it got to do with you, anyway? Leave me be.
Are you the fellow who found those bones?
What? Aye.
You say people coming to see you. Why?
To ask stupid questions like you. Where are them bones? Is it really a dragon or just some dead cow? Or, aren't you imagining it? Maybe you should lay off the booze.
I need to find those bones. Can you tell me how to get to them?
Here we go again. So, you want them for yourself. For what? To sell them? Make magic? You know what? Go to hell.
No, nothing like that. I'd take the bones away and have them destroyed. Once they're gone, folks will stop talking about them, and they'll leave you alone. That's exactly what you want, isn't it? So help me out, and you'll be left in peace.
I suppose you're right. What is it you want to know, then?
Who's been asking about those bones?
Everyone. There's no one who hasn't heard about them.
I don't mean the villagers. I'm more interested in strangers asking about them.
Ah, right. Well, it was mainly those bastards who beat me up. And then there were some soldiers asking questions. Well-armed, proper tough blokes. I thought it best to just straight out tell them everything I know.
Where did you find the bones?
I'm not sure. It was somewhere in the woods, but I never went back there.
You don't remember the way?
Not exactly. I was just walking through the woods and stumbled across them. So I took one and scarpered.
You took a bone with you? What does it look like? Do you still have it?
Not anymore. I took it to show to the fellas, and they just laughed at me, saying I drink too much. It was one of the smaller ones, but still pretty big. Too big for any animal I know of. I decided to smash it to bits with an axe as soon as them strange fellas started showing up here.
Can you at least describe the route to me? The parts of it you remember?
Well, I was working in the woodcutters' camp, not far from Bilani here. And after work, I thought I'd walk along the stream that flows through there. Then I went along the path towards Rabstein. When I came across the ford there, I followed the left creek upstream.
So you didn't go as far as Rabstein?
No, I'm telling you, I was there because of the stream. And you come to it before you get to Rabstein. So I waded through the water for a while, till I came to this rocky slope on my left. And then there was this massive rock in the stream, and I didn't feel like climbing over it. I'd gone a long way by then, so I thought I'd go back home. I climbed out of the stream and went left up the hill and across this little glade towards Mesoles.
Is there anything you remember about it?
You bet there was. There was a huge tree stump and lots of mushrooms around it. I picked a couple. Then I went around some thick bushes and headed on towards Mesoles. I went past a few fallen trees, all the way to this old hunting hide. Nobody uses it anymore, and it's nearly collapsed. There, I saw boulders on the slope below me, off to the left. I walked alongside them till I reached a clearing, and that was the spot.
What did the clearing look like?
Ordinary. Pretty big. Sand and stuff.
All right. Thanks. How come you walked through the stream? Who'd want to do that and get their feet wet?
The thing is, I heard there was precious stones to be found on the bed of that stream, but they're really small, and you have to grope in the sand and look hard.
And did you find any?
Nah.
Why did you go towards Mesoles from the stream? Didn't you say you live in the woodcutters' camp near Bilani?
I just work there.
That's not much of an explanation.
Sometimes I go there to see if there's anything worth shooting. You know what I mean, don't you? Nobody minds. No one lives there anyway, and the houses are all in ruins.
All right, then. Thanks for your help. Once I find those bones, your worries will be over.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't bother me again.
Dude.